Alright guys, I'm back, and today we're gonna do some more Minecraft, which was requested by this guy, Wisconsin20, and, he's just a really nice guy, Anyways, well, he's one of my friends. But, as I was saying, new update came out. Unfortunately, that means we have to delete this world, because I gotta get the new biomes, I want to give you guys, the newest and most updated stuff out there, and I think you guys will appreciate that, although I know it does suck. So we're just gonna give it one last look, and that'll be that. Bam, just in case you guys want to know what I have for loot. There you go. Yep, we had some diamonds. Oh well. But other than that, there's really not much we can do, because that was, it is very unfortunate, and personally I'm disappointed that, this is really it, I've actually spent a good amount of time in this world, and just to say go by like that, it sucks. But yeah, oh well, it's, you just gotta say it like, man, that sucks, because it really does. Stop listening. Stop listening. God, voice commands. Well, that's pretty much it though. Not much more we can do. Alright, let's just delete that right away. No, just delete it. Delete save. And other than that, let's just get right into a new world. Let's call it, seed. Nah, not putting a seed in. Bonus chests. No, let's just do this all legit. Just go for it. Alright. Just want to do a little quick video for you guys, rather than be lazy and not do it. It is laziness, and other hobbies do get in the way, like, just be like, do I really want to? Because, you gotta pull it out, set up a whole software system and everything. Other than that, they added savanna biomes and much more. Hopefully we don't, this better not be an island. Good, it's not. Just take this pumpkin, because it will help me on my journey here in this world. Now, I'm gonna move farther down. Hopefully, this will turn out as a decent world. And they did add a lot. And, see? There we go. I've already got a food. Let's just make Kitty in the background if you can hear him. Now, yeah. I hope everyone's doing really well, had a good Christmas and all that, because currently, Christmas was just yesterday. I have fun. Snowboarding with, what's his name? Oh, he's offline. On there. And, yeah. Other than that, well, we just did snow. Yay. But, what about you guys? Do you like snow or not? I asked that in the last episode. Last video. I remember that now. Oh my god, my cat. Oh my god. Just shut up. This guy, anyways. One of my main problems is focusing. It's kind of hard to do at certain times, because, you've got to commentate and focus at the same time. It's pretty hard to balance. Personally, that's how I feel. Other people that are watching this may be like, nah, it's not hard at all, man. When, to me, it is. I'm not the best at it. I know, but it'll get better as time goes on, and it has gotten better altogether. But what I really need to know is, what is your favorite for me to play? Is it Minecraft, GTA 5, Destiny, Castle Storm, etc., Pikmin, all that stuff. what is your favorite? I would like to know. Other than this, though, I've got a good idea for a castle, or castle, house, shelter, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, there's really not much more to say. Okay, there we go. Let's just go ahead and bury that, make it look natural. Get a little bit more wood. And, you know, I think the biggest thing about this is, you know, I have to have a variety of games, and I do try and keep a variety, yet I am still just a teenager, and I'm obviously not gonna be doing this professionally yet. And yes, I mean yet, because I do plan to take this forward. However, you know, I probably will go into college someday, and I'm not trying to be arrogant or anything, I'm just making a statement, how I personally feel. But, you know, when I'm in college and all that, I'm not gonna have time for this, so it'll probably be, it will honestly probably be maybe a year or so. I might be able to do, I might get into vlogging, I might, you know, other things, but, you know, I've got to get my life completely set before I want to go back to something like this that is extra. And there are other people out there that you can watch, you know, I mean, you just gotta say it like, man, that sucks, you know. Stop listening. Jeez. You know, you gotta say it like, man, that sucks. Because, well, it is true, you know. I'm probably, there's probably going to be a very major spot where I will not record at all for a very extensive amount of time. And, you know, there's nothing you can do. I mean, that's just life. And there's really not much more to say. And I made another axe. Wow. I'm just trying to keep a sword in the inventory. If you think it's OCD, it's just a strategy. It helps you comprehend of what you're doing and focus. I mean, why do you think I add chest rooms and all that? It helps you. Because if you just throw everything into a junk chest, well, there you go. You're going to be searching a lot longer than I will be. But I think I'm just going to get a shelter going and then possibly record with Piggy Bacon, hopefully. And yeah, I think this will be an exciting series if I do continue it, because, you know me, I'll record and post a little bit here and then stop for literally about a month and continue on with my life along with everyone else, and then post more later on. Which I don't think that's like exactly a bad thing, but yet it's not what people are looking for either. They want to see a constant YouTuber like Dashy Games or PewDiePie. Yes, he does post a lot. Personally, I'm not gonna say anything about PewDiePie. Because some people will just take that completely the wrong way, of my opinion. But there's nothing wrong with that. Because I could say that I like him, and a lot of people would be like, no man, he sucks, and then I could say that I don't, and be like, no, he's awesome. Like, just losing all 26, 29, I don't even know how many subscribers, because I haven't looked. Someone reminded me the other day, but yet I haven't checked myself. So, just remember these poor animals, for they are dying, thanks to me. God, I'm hungry, man. Should not have done this without eating. Here's a good question. What is your favorite sport? I mean, I know a lot of people are saying football, soccer, you know, all that. But personally, I'm in cross country, and I enjoy it a lot. And there's really not much more to say. With any sport, you have to be determined and more, what's a good word, persistent. Because without that, well, how are you gonna push yourself farther and harder to continue? You know? Oh my god, I'm actually getting so hungry. Like, this feels like my stomach's collapsing or something, man. Oh god. Oh shoot. Gotta eat. Yeah, I wish I could be doing this in real life right now. Oh my god. Ah, this is actually painful. Whew. Must last through. Anyways, there it goes. I'm feeling better. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, you have to be persistent, and you've got to do a lot of things. And personally, I'm not a very strong person, but lately I have been going to the fitness center and lifting weights, and that's really good. It's a very healthy choice, and I'm not gonna gain fat because I am very skinny. Now, I've noticed I gained 2 pounds, like, out of nowhere. And I'm thinking, hey, that's gotta be muscle mass. There's no way it's fat because I've been running a lot more. And because, after cross country I took a long break. But, I've been running a lot more and exercise, and I still eat a decent amount, but my metabolism rate is so high that there's no way it's fat. But, and that stuff's cool. It's like really rewarding. It's really reassuring that you're doing something good with your life and, making healthy choices. And yes, I know that, it's not all just about working out. It's about making the right food choices. You can't eat junk food, which normally I don't sit down on the couch and eat a whole bag of chips. I don't really sit on the couch and eat chips as often as I used to, mainly because I haven't been getting as hungry as I used to, and that's pretty much it. It's a great spot to build. But, personally, alright, let's say that your mother or possibly wife, or maybe you yourself, I don't know who, puts out some food on the, like, just out on the counter, maybe on the table, wherever, and something healthy like fruit, and something that's not disgusting, like maybe you don't like potatoes or onions. I'm not gonna say pickles because I know someone who really likes pickles, but maybe you don't like bananas or something. But you get the point. And that's just out there, right there, easy access to eat. You're gonna want to eat that rather than chips because it's easily accessible. Now, however, with something like fruit, it's you've got to go through the fridge and pull it out of a bag and then peel it, or all that stuff that all that extra stuff you just don't want to do. So eating junk food specifically is out of, how do I say it? It's out of laziness rather than the appetite. Because think of it, like, next time you go and eat your bag of chips, your Doritos spiced jacked, personally, I don't mind it that much. I like Blue Ranch better though. And let's say you go up to that bag. I want you to ask yourself, do I really want to eat this? Some of you guys might be, yes. But think of it. Is it good for you? Like, I've been reading the nutrition facts, and I've just been, like, looking at that a little bit, and it makes me realize more of how unhealthy this really is. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not looking at it for the calories, because I don't have to worry about that. Other people, however, might. Diabetic, you guys need to worry about sugar levels and all that. I'm not very... I don't know much about certain diseases, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But, fat people, overweight, I don't mean to insult you. Some of you guys know who you are, and, I know you don't want to be fat. Some of you actually, however, might not really mind and not care, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you like who you are, that's all that matters, bud. There's nothing more to it. But if you want to change, then there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, you gotta ask yourself though, like, You gotta look in the mirror one day, look yourself in the eyes and say, do I want this? And, you know, if you're fat, you wanna take your shirt off, look yourself in the mirror and say, do I want this? And then, once you say no, that'll be the first step, man, of your life just beginning to change. You know? There you go. You're all set. It's not how I felt. Well, me, how did I start getting up early in the morning on Saturdays, going to the fitness center? It's not just Saturdays, you know, I'd stay after school and stuff. How did I do it? I just started to realize that I didn't like saying to myself that I'm not strong. I started to realize that, you know, I want to change, not because of society, but for myself, because I don't like being this kid who's just, I'm very intelligent, I've been told by many of my peers, but I don't like being told time after time again, or time and time again, that you're just weak, you know, people can push you around all they want, when no, that's not how it's going to be anymore. Because I'm honestly called a faggot a lot, I'll admit. And there are certain things I go to that just make me feel at home, like YouTube specifically. And I really enjoy YouTube a lot, and talking right now feels great. And listening may feel even better, meaning you guys listening. And I'm sure a lot of people can comprehend and, you know, say, man, I know where you're coming from. And cool. Give this video a like if you feel that way, man. Seriously. Go ahead and subscribe too. I mean, honestly, why? Okay, just getting a little off topic, just a little part. You know, why wouldn't you subscribe to someone who's similar to you? Why wouldn't you befriend someone who's similar to you? Befriend means to make a friend, not disfriend. I mean, I always thought of it in a different way. Anyways, like, why wouldn't you, you know? And what was I saying? Yeah, you know, I'm not part of the popular, and you know, why, listen here, why do you even call them popular when no one actually specifically honors them, and it's always like, oh my god, here comes Jeffrey, and he, you know, he's like the biggest jock in the grade, and you know, like he's a king of the populars, and you know, like no one does that. Why would you call them popular then, right? Think about that. You know how true that is. They're not popular. You just recognize them as that when you really shouldn't. You should be the one sitting there like, really, you think you're better than me? That's what you should be saying. So people who think that they're better than you, that's all those popular people are. They don't care about each other. They may be in their group, but they don't care about each other. Think about that. You may, and if you're part of this popular group, you better, you know, wake up. Because, you know, me, I wanted to become a part of that for a while. And then I realized, why the hell? Why? What? Have I gone blind? Did I just ditch my good friend, my true friends, for these bozos? If bozo has a specific negative meaning, I don't mean anything about that. Like, towards these bozos? Really? How stupid am I? How foolish am I? And I don't know if I ditch my friends for these popular ones, but, you know, think about that. Like, if you are ditching a true friend, true friends are those who are there for you and will help you no matter what it takes, and they're always going to do their best to be there for you. That's a true friend. A true friend isn't someone who will take a selfie with you and say, yeah, you're my bae or my whatever. That's not a true friend. A true friend is someone who's there for you and is actually, you know, asks back, hey, you want to hang out? Instead of, I could show you a real picture that has the meaning of a true friend. Think of all your popular ones, and one of them passes away, or something tragic happens, like I get hit by a car. Sorry if this brings back bad memories, I'm not trying to say anything, you know. Say something like that happens. All the popular ones, and like, let's say then the funeral happens, they're buried. The person who got hit by the car is buried, and their grave is right there. None of those popular ones are gonna sit there and, cry over your grave or say, you didn't have to be like this, all that stuff. But your true friends are gonna be the ones who will visit and put flowers down and say, you know what? I remember you. You were and you are my friend. And just because you're gone doesn't mean you're not still here in my heart. Do you think your friends will say that? Think about that. What kind of friend are you? Have you been good to your friends? To your acquaintances? Have you been a nice person? Have you been there for them? Have they been there for you? Do they treat you well? Do they lie behind your back? Do they talk about you behind your back? Think about that. Because a true friend is what you need in life. You won't get anywhere else without them. You have to be careful right now. Be careful of who you let into your life. Because otherwise, people are just going to tear you apart every day. And then you're going to be the one falling into depression because you're too blind to realize I'm not being here for my true friends. And you know what the biggest thing here is, if you think that going over to like a true friend is like downgrading yourself a level, if you even think that, what kind of person are you to say that? How do you think that makes them feel? That's horrible. That'd be like Piggy Bacon saying, no, I'm not gonna come stand over by you, are you kidding me? Like, how do you think that'd make me feel? That'd make me feel like shit. I'd go home and think about that like, man, I thought this was a nice guy here. I was wrong for him to say that. He's gonna have to make one hell of an apology. That was uncool, man. And you're right. That wasn't nice, was it? And hopefully, if any of your friends have done this to you, they'll realize it. And you know what? If you still feel that they have a chance, or if you feel that you can do something about it, confront them and say, you know what, why would you say that? Do you know how this makes me feel? And then if they still turn around and say, I don't care, then that's when you realize they're not worth your time. Because they're not going to get anywhere in life. And if you tag along with them, neither are you. They're only going to bring you down. So you gotta get rid of that person in your life. Meaning, like, you just gotta let them go. They're not important to you anymore. But if they ever come crying to you, you can be the bigger man and forgive them. There's nothing wrong with that. And if anyone says, why would you do that when he was such a dick? Well, you know what? Maybe it's because I saw a light in his eyes, and I realized that, he's being real right now. He's not gonna do what he just did that month ago, He's not gonna do that. He realized this now. It's like that one saying, you probably haven't heard it, but a bully become friend will be a friend until the end. you know? And I've met a person like that, and I'll say his name, you know. He still may joke around with me, but one of my friends, Dalton, you know, he used to be a jerk, a bully to me in 6th grade, but you know what? Things got better. I don't know what happened. I don't really care, but he's a nice dude. Personally, I think he's a nice dude. Some of those mean people out there, gotta just give them that last chance when you know they need it and deserve it. They may not deserve it, but you know, being the bigger man counts. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna have to end the video very soon, and there's not much more to say. I hope you learned something from my ranting. It wasn't really ranting, I started going and I couldn't stop. But that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and you know, if you think about what I said, if you're gonna use this, please be sure to subscribe for more, because I will end up saying stuff like that again. Other than that, you have a good time, good night, good morning, whatever time it is, I don't know. Just have a good time.